I'm Robert Scoble, and the world of home entertainment is radically shifting due to the iPad 2 and other devices that are coming along. But we're going to talk to a new company in San Francisco that's going to revolutionize how you view video on your iPad, and it's called Squirrel, and we're going to see it right now. We're at Founders Den in San Francisco, meeting some cool stuff, cool companies. Who are you?
Mark Gray. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Squirrel. And Squirrel is a fun and easy way to collect internet video.
And you're holding an iPad, so I have a feeling it has something to do with an iPad.
That's right. In our initial launch, we're hoping to launch with an iPad and iPhone app, as well as a pretty rich HTML client to go across all devices.
And so why do we need yet another iPad app company? What is it that you are bringing to the world that's different than we've had with YouTube? Because we have a YouTube client on here, right?
That's right. Actually, there's a lot of different video choices, a lot of different video apps. And we believe that users want to centralize that and they want to manage that better. So with the plethora of video that's now available, we believe that more and more content is starting to go a la carte. People need a better way to manage that and manage across all those different video experiences. The YouTubes of the world, the Netflix of the world, they all have their singular queues, but people want to manage their content across those queues. So what we're hoping to do with Squirrel is make that fun and easy as opposed to what it is today.
How do we use your system to discover new video?
Right, there's a bunch of different ways. Even just on the iPad, we give you the ability to bookmark videos. So as you're browsing the web, you can collect these videos and you can put them into existing collections or create a collection right there on the spot. We also offer you a bookmarklet for your PC. So on any given browser, you can load that up and again, bookmark videos while you're browsing.
And that works on Windows or Macintosh?
That's correct, pretty much any platform that browser's on. Another way is for Twitter users, if you want to associate your Twitter account, we'll suck in any video that you tweet, or if you find a video that you like in your Twitter stream, you can just retweet it, and we'll capture that in your queue.
Okay.
The final way is to email us links. A lot of people get videos forwarded to them in email. You can just forward that directly to your own email address that we provide, and that also will appear in your queue. So that's the way to just ingest a lot of the video. But again, we do account for letting you just browse the web.
Okay. Some people will compare you to ShowU, another company that does video and looks sort of similar. They show you videos that your Twitter friends have shared with you. Do you do the same thing?
Well, we are looking at supporting both Twitter and Facebook streams. Okay. I think we want to figure out how best to handle that because it's kind of a deluge. A lot of what we try to do in the app is provide you the ability to organize that content and make sense of it. We don't want to get, some people like to be overwhelmed, but it's also why we built some of the sorting and the filtering that we have in our app. It allows you to kind of lessen the noise and maybe focus in on something that in particular that you want to focus in on, as opposed to just have a deluge of video.
Can I use this to search for video? Like if I'm looking for Ruby on Rails programming video, can I search for Ruby on Rails and see all the videos that people put on YouTube?
We kind of break it up into two worlds. There's searching the curated content that's already within Squirrel. So we believe that this next evolution of video is about people that are watching videos and they start to curate that content into meaningful collections, as you mentioned. So we allow you to search that. They've already done the work. They found great videos for you to watch. You can search what's already in Squirrel. We also allow you to search any given website. Our hope is to kind of create a meta index in the future. But things like Netflix, for example, we index all of their content. So you can go in here and search that and pull up any Netflix movie.
What's different about watching video here than in the YouTube app?
Yeah, I think one of the exciting things on the iPad in particular is the ability to use AirPlay. So there is that push to TV. When you're watching a video on your iPad, to push that to your TV if you have an Apple TV. So you kind of right now need to be a big Apple fan, have your iPad, have your Apple TV. But the beauty is once you play your video, it stays in sync. So If I decide to get up and leave the room, I pick up my iPad and that video is all queued up. You also get the benefit of those scrubber controls, and you can control the video that's on the TV, which is a really nice experience. We're excited about that as well because we feel like you're going to be able to browse other videos as you're queuing up videos and almost letting people play the sort of video DJ, if you will, using our app.
If you have a family with 3 iPads and they're all using your system, can all 3 push video to the TV, or is it just one that uses AirPlay?
It's just one right now, and it's only handling one stream at a time. I don't know what Apple has in store for the future. Hopefully, what we'd like to do, and we think there's an opportunity to kind of be the AirPlay for some of the other devices out there. It's one of the reasons why we've decided to create an HTML client as well. When we did the early prototype and alpha stages of our iPad app, we heard from a lot of users, hey, I want to be able to access my video wherever I am. So I might be online, I might be using a different device that's not in the Apple family. So we've developed an HTML client that will allow you to do that.
If I had my iPad here and I found a really great TED video, for instance, and I put it into my TED category, how fast would it show up on your iPad?
Immediately.
Immediately.
I mean,
Okay, so that's one way to solve this problem of a family wanting to watch videos together. They just have to put it into the system, and then the guy who controls, or my wife who controls the AirPlay, would just be able to push play and push AirPlay and watch it on the home TV.
Exactly, and any collection you create, other people can collect your collection, which it's a pretty simple squirrel it. We just let you hit a button and squirrel a collection or a gallery, and then when I add new videos to that collection or gallery, you'll get a notification saying, hey, there's new videos. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
So part of the benefit of what we're offering is really the ability to subscribe to someone's content, and then you'll get push notifications letting you know, hey, here's a new video for you. So
you don't even need to be on the iPad to see these videos, right? If I had a TED collection, Rocky, who's on the web browser at somewhere else,
he can go online and see it as well, and he'll go to your collection. So he'll see, hey, it's a trusted person. I know Robert. He sent me this video. It's within your page, and he'll see it alongside the other videos that you've already curated.
Could you take me through the app a little bit and show me some key pieces of it?
Sure. So here's my queue again. You'll see videos from Funny or Die, Netflix, YouTube, Vimeo, a bunch of different providers.
Did I have to hook Squirrel up to these providers, or did they?
No, we do all that for you. You do have to, in the case of Netflix or Hulu, any premium service, you have to sign in with your credentials. But outside of that, we've already done all the work for you. So you can come in here, you have your queue. Once you've found some content or similar videos and you want to start creating galleries, you can select some videos, you create a quick gallery. You can share inside of Squirrel, so you can share with other Squirrel users. However, you can also post these galleries to Facebook or Twitter, so other people can see it. And again, the experience is one where they will go to your page online with those videos, and it'll look exactly the same as within the app.
Oh, very cool.
It's been a big part of what we're trying to do is make the experience consistent across all the different devices and platforms. People don't really need to learn a new interface every time they come to Squirrel. So for community, we're really excited about the idea that you can come in if you really don't know what to watch. And we think a lot of people have that issue with video today. You don't really know what you want to watch. You can come in and you can look at the entire Squirrel community and see what they're up to. Okay,
oh, wow.
Whatever they're watching, whatever content they're collecting, and you can filter that. It could be just your friends. It could be just things that they're collecting, maybe just things that they're liking. But it's an opportunity for you to find new videos, and again, you can watch them or collect them directly from this stream.
Wow. And we saw Stephen G just shared something with us.
Yeah.
This is really good for news events, because like during the Japan earthquake, I saw tons of videos being poured into the system, and people were sharing that, but it was really hard to discover it. Now I can see what people are watching right now, and that's a good way to find really fresh, new kinds of videos, right?
Yeah, and I think what's nice about it is once someone starts curating that content for you, you don't have to do all the work of finding all the videos that are already out there. you'll start, instead of having a singular video experience, you'll start coming across galleries or collections of those videos. So you'll get to see them all collected. And again, those might have been collected across multiple services. So the hope is that there's going to be power users within the system that are going to be the real curators, and then there's people who are just going to want to consume that video.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can we watch live video yet in this? This is only for YouTube and Hulu and Netflix recorded video.
Right. Right now, this is for recorded video, not live, but it's definitely something that we want to support. The only other thing just to note around when you're collecting is the organization aspect. That's a really big component of what we're doing. So when you go to collect a video, we're trying to make it easy to create that collection, to create that gallery. So when I go in here and I edit.
So here is the home page.
This is, yeah, I'm in my queue.
Okay.
Now, and this could also happen when I'm bookmarking. We have this wizard that we're pretty excited about. You can select from your existing galleries to put that video into, or you can create a new gallery.
Yeah, you just clicked on the squirrel. There's a little squirrel or a little acorn on each video.
Right.
And you just clicked on one of those acorns, and that brought up this wizard.
Exactly. It brings you to the wizard. And then instead of having, again, some of the limitations of these devices are not the best when you have to type everything out. So rather than pull up the keyboard, we take a look at that metadata, and then we suggest words to help you title it. And this is the Kia Black Soul, and then it titles that automatically.
Wow.
And it jumps in.
Okay. And you can, and you have all the categories that you've set up there, so you can just put that video into like your sports videos, your kid videos, your TED videos.
Right. Any of your existing collections will come up, and you can just drop them in there directly.
Wow.
And you can also set it up to jump directly into the queue as well if you want.
So if we just put that into the TED video, Rocky watching at home, we'll see that appear on the webpage?
See it immediately. And then if you are somebody who collected that same collection, you'll get a notification, hey, there's a new video for you. And so you can quickly see how, if you're a curator for your family or your friends, you can really drive usage or views of your videos in a very dynamic way.
I see some messages there. What kind of messages can we send to each other? Can I tell Rocky, hey, you should watch this video? Or?
Right now, it's we've tried to keep it pretty basic. People that are sharing with you, people that have squirreled your content. So if you are a curator, you want to know, hey, these people like my collection so much, they collected it, right? But in the future, we do want to have the ability to comment and add information to our metadata that we have, and that's something that's going to be coming pretty quickly.
Very cool. Really neat. And when we want to watch it on AirPlay, we just play one of these videos.
Right.
And what will the AirPlay there?
Just that little button right
down
there.
in the lower right corner.
Send it to the TV.
Send to Apple TV.
Right.
That's really cool. And it instantly
Two
appears.
buttons. Yep.
Pretty cool stuff. How much is this app?
It's free.
It's free. How are
Free.
you guys going to make money?
That's a really good question. We have a lot of different ideas around that. I mean, a lot of it, though, is based on getting a pretty large user base. So we do have some ideas, but we're kind of taking the freemium model.
Okay. Are you going to think about a premium model for more features in the future?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned privacy before. That is something that we might offer up, for example. But we have a lot of different ideas. Again,
give me one.
Give
me a taste.
They all hinge on a pretty large user base. So
yeah.
it's still early, and you know we've bootstrapped this, so we're in no real rush to jump into the business model. We want to focus in on making sure we create the best user experience for the end user. You know,
Right.
it's about utility first, and then we'll figure out how we're going to make money from it.
All my Android-loving friends will ask, you know, when's this coming to the Zoom or to the other Android devices?
Right. So we have an HTML client that we're launching alongside this, and
It works almost the same way.
It works pretty much the same way. So it'll run on the Zoom, and you know we'll start looking at those devices and just make sure that HTML client will work across those devices. We'll probably have to target a few initially, but yeah, we've already done some looking at that, and it looks great.
Yeah. What's the space we're in, by the way? We know it's the Founders Den, but you're located here with a bunch of other companies, right?
Right, yeah. So Founders Den is sort of a invite-only co-working space. So you kind of needed to know somebody or have worked with people in the past to get in here. And it's just an exciting place because we're a relatively small team, but that's pretty much who works here, right? People that are trying to launch something. Some of these people have launched them before, so you're working with people that really get the whole startup mentality. And what's also really nice is the Founders Den is trying to bring speakers in and support people, whether it's law or accountant folks, to talk to, and also throwing parties, and just in general having access to people that you might not otherwise have access to.
Yeah.
So it's been great. It's been a great experience.
How are you guys funded?
Right now we're self-funded.
Wow.
Yep.
How did you do that?
We had our own company, services-based company, that again in the video space, and we've basically taken the profits of that and put it into what you're seeing today.
Very cool. How long did this take to build?
It's been a long haul, actually. I mean, we've done some early prototype work, but I'd say the actual effort has been about 9 months to a year. So.
Wow. So probably you got the first iPad and you started dreaming, or?
Yeah. I mean, when the first iPad came out, we said that we're going to cut over, because early on we were doing a lot of prototyping with Flash, for example. But when this device came out, we knew that was the direction we wanted to head in, and so we started with the iPad, and then again now we're on the iPhone, pushed Apple TV, so that's worked out great, and now we're looking at HTML as being the future for all the other devices.
How significant is the Apple TV? That hasn't gotten the kind of hype that the iPad has, but I think with this you're one of the first apps I've seen with AirPlay on it. How significant is that going to be?
I think it's going to be pretty huge. I mean, I think they have, with AirPlay in particular, something really interesting on their hands. It'll be interesting to see if they actually, there's been talk that Apple will actually license AirPlay to the CE manufacturers. I guess if that happens, you won't necessarily need the Apple TV box. And it would be huge if Apple actually gets that.
Absolutely.
I can't imagine that the CE manufacturers would agree to that, but maybe they will, because it would be fantastic for Apple.
Well, it'll sell a lot of TVs because
everybody wants. Because then they can push from device. And I think you heard me mention one of the exciting things that we believe is the future is with this device, with the TV, we're going to allow you to browse your content while watching, and we think there's going to be some other things that you can do on this device that's not super intrusive, that'll kind of extend the TV watching experience once you have this device paired with your TV.
Well, thanks so much for giving me the first look at this.
Yeah, no problem. Thank
really
you.
Awesome.
Thanks for coming.
By the way, where do we find it?
So you can download it from the App Store, and then we're going to launch our full client online at squirrel.com.
Okay, and it's spelled weird.
Yes, SQURL.
Okay.
So if
you still can't afford the vowels because you're
yeah,
self-funded.
Well, yeah, I mean it is a little more expensive, but